It hits you out of nowhere. You're in the middle of a conversation, and suddenly, you've said these exact words before. Not similar words, these exact words. The person in front of you made that same gesture. The light came through the window the same way. Everything, down to the smallest detail, feels impossibly, undeniably familiar. Except it can't be. This moment has never happened before. Your rational brain knows this. But something deeper is screaming that you've lived this before. This is déjà vu, and it's way more disturbing than you think. Most people brush off déjà vu as a weird brain quirk, a mental hiccup. But what if I told you that déjà vu is your brain accidentally revealing how fake your sense of reality actually is? Every moment you experience isn't actually happening in real time. There's a delay. Your brain is constantly running behind reality by about half a second, constructing what you perceive as now from information that technically already happened. You're always living in the past. You just don't realize it. Déjà vu is what happens when this system breaks down, when the curtain gets pulled back for just a moment and you catch a glimpse of how your brain manufactures your experience of time. It's not a malfunction, it's a crack in the illusion. Your brain operates on two memory channels, recognition and recall. Recognition is fast. It instantly tells you whether something is familiar. Recall is slower. It digs up the actual details of when and where you encountered something. Under normal circumstances, these two systems work together. You see your friend's face. Recognition says familiar. Recall says, that's Sarah from college. Perfect teamwork. But during déjà vu, recognition fires without recall. Your brain screams familiar, but can't produce any evidence. No context, no timestamp, no actual memory. Just this overwhelming sense of having been here before with absolutely nothing to back it up. And because recognition is such a powerful, primal system, it evolved to help you identify threats and opportunities instantly. It overrides your logical mind. Even though you know this moment is new, you can't shake the feeling that it's not. Recognition has hijacked your consciousness. Neuroscientists have zeroed in on the source, your temporal lobe, specifically a structure called the hippocampus. This is your brain's temporal authority. Every experience you have gets tagged with temporal information. This is now, that was then, this is new, that's old. The hippocampus is also where epilepsy patients often have seizures. And here's where it gets interesting. People with temporal lobe epilepsy report experiencing intense, frequent déjà vu right before a seizure. We're talking déjà vu that can last minutes instead of seconds. Some describe it as being trapped in a memory that never existed. This told researchers something crucial. Déjà vu isn't about false memories. It's about false familiarity. Your hippocampus is essentially putting the wrong label on a current experience. It's filing right now in the already happened folder by mistake. One popular theory suggests déjà vu happens because of a processing delay. Your brain receives information from multiple sources, two eyes, two ears, different neural pathways. Normally, all this information arrives and syncs up perfectly. But what if one pathway lags? What if your left eye signal reaches your brain a fraction of a second after your right eye signal? Your brain processes the same scene twice with a tiny gap between them. The first processing feels like the present. The second processing, arriving milliseconds later, gets mistaken for a memory. Your brain essentially double dips on the same moment and interprets the second dip as, I've experienced this before. It's like watching the same movie scene twice in rapid succession. The second viewing feels familiar because technically it is. You just saw it. But your brain doesn't register that both viewings are happening in the same moment. It interprets them as separate events, one present and one past. Another theory is even stranger. Some neuroscientists believe déjà vu happens because your brain stores memories holographically. Not like a photograph where every detail is captured once, but like a hologram where every piece contains information about the whole. When you experience something, your brain doesn't save it as one complete memory. It fragments it, storing the visual in one area, the emotional tone in another, the spatial layout somewhere else. When you recall a memory, your brain reassembles these fragments. Déjà vu might occur when a current experience matches just one fragment of an old memory. Maybe the lighting in this room matches the lighting from a childhood bedroom you barely remember. Your brain detects that one matching fragment and thinks it's reconstructing a full memory, but the memory doesn't actually exist. You're experiencing false recognition, triggered by a partial match. It's like your brain is trying to complete a puzzle using pieces from different boxes. The shapes fit, but the image doesn't make sense. And yet your brain insists the puzzle is complete. There's a third explanation, and it's probably the most unsettling. You actually did see this before, but you weren't paying attention. Your subconscious absorbed it, but your conscious mind missed it entirely. Imagine you walk past a coffee shop while scrolling through your phone. You don't consciously notice it, but your peripheral vision captured the scene. Your subconscious filed it away. 2 minutes later, you look up and actually see the coffee shop. Your conscious mind thinks it's the first time, but your subconscious is saying, "We've already seen this." The result? Déjà vu. Your conscious and subconscious minds are out of sync. You're consciously experiencing something your unconscious already processed. This happens more often than you'd think. Your brain is constantly absorbing information you're not aware of: background conversations, peripheral movement, subliminal details. Most of it gets filtered out. But sometimes when your conscious attention finally catches up to what your unconscious already knows, you get that eerie, "I've been here before" feeling. Here's a strange pattern. Déjà vu happens most frequently to people between 15 and 25 years old. After that, it drops off significantly. Why? One theory? Young brains are still developing, particularly the frontal lobe, the part responsible for reality monitoring and distinguishing between imagination and actual events. A less mature frontal lobe means a higher chance of memory mix-ups. Another theory, young people are having more novel experiences. You're constantly in new situations, meeting new people, going to new places. Your brain is in overdrive trying to categorize and file all this new information. With so much data flooding in, the occasional misfiling is inevitable. As you age, life becomes more routine. You've been to thousands of coffee shops. You've had thousands of conversations. The novelty drops, the memory system has less work to do, and déjà vu fades. In a weird way, frequent déjà vu is a sign that your life is still unpredictable. Cherish it. Déjà vu doesn't strike randomly. It has triggers. The most common, stress and exhaustion. When you're sleep deprived or mentally drained, your brain's error rate goes up. Think of it like a computer running too many programs at once. Eventually, something glitches. Your hippocampus is particularly vulnerable to fatigue. When you're tired, the timestamp system gets sloppy. Memory encoding becomes less precise. The boundaries between past, present, and imagined start to blur. This is why déjà vu often happens during high stress periods, exam weeks, major life transitions, emotional turmoil. Your brain is overworked, and the memory system starts making mistakes. You're not losing your mind. Your mind is just running on fumes. Interestingly, certain medications and substances can also trigger déjà vu. Anything that affects your temporal lobe or disrupts normal neural firing patterns, from cold medicine to recreational drugs, can increase the frequency of these experiences. Déjà vu isn't the only recognition glitch. There are rarer, stranger variations that sound like science fiction. Déjà vécu, already lived. This is more intense than déjà vu. You don't just recognize the moment, you feel like you know what's about to happen next. It's accompanied by a sense of precognition, like you're remembering the future. Deeply unsettling. Déjà visité, already visited. You arrive somewhere you've never been, but you somehow know the layout. You remember what's around the corner, even though you've never set foot in this place. Your brain is manufacturing spatial memories from nothing. And then there's the opposite, jamais vu, never seen. You're looking at something completely familiar, your own handwriting, your street, a word you've used 1,000 times, and suddenly it looks alien, like you're seeing it for the first time. Your recognition system isn't misfiring, it's not firing at all. These experiences remind us of something disturbing. Your sense of familiarity, your feeling of knowing something, is just another brain-generated sensation. It can be triggered, suppressed, or distorted. Nothing you know is guaranteed to be real. So, what does this all tell us? Déjà vu is more than a curiosity. It's a window into how your brain constructs your experience of reality.
Every moment you live through isn't direct access to objective reality. It's a reconstruction. Your brain takes raw sensory data and builds an experience from it. Most of the time, this system works perfectly. The reconstruction is so convincing that you never question it. But déjà vu is a glitch that exposes the construction process. For a brief moment, you see the scaffolding behind the illusion. Your sense of time, past, present, future, is manufactured by your brain. Your sense of familiarity is manufactured. Your confidence that a memory is real is manufactured. Déjà vu shows you that these sensations can be triggered without any corresponding reality. In a way, déjà vu is your brain showing you that everything you experience is, in a sense, a controlled hallucination. A really, really good one, but a hallucination nonetheless. The next time you experience déjà vu, don't brush it off. Recognize it for what it is, your brain's memory system making a rare mistake, accidentally revealing how it constructs your sense of time and reality. You're not psychic. You're not remembering a past life.
You're catching a glimpse of your brain's machinery, the invisible system that's constantly running in the background, creating your experience of every single moment. Déjà vu is unsettling because it reminds you that your sense of reality isn't as solid as it feels. But it's also fascinating. It's proof that consciousness is stranger and more complex than we can fully understand. So, the next time that wave of impossible familiarity hits you, take a breath. Observe it. You're experiencing one of the mind's most bizarre glitches, and now you know exactly what's happening behind the scenes. If this changed how you think about memory and reality, subscribe to the Cognitive Blueprints. We're exploring the hidden mechanics of your mind, one concept at a time.